We missed it.
I missed it. Literally, I'm just dotting about.
It fits very well, actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Just more and more
Because
deaths, more and more black deaths.
100% agreed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously way different circumstances.
But no, like Black Panther, in the way everyone did their piece to promote that image
Mm-hmm.
of
Yeah, very relevant. The
100%.
times that we're going through right now.
Changing times.
Yeah, I mean, it started with
George Floyd.
Yeah, George Floyd, and it was just an absolute outbreak. I thought it was a joke the first time I saw it.
Really? So you thought
I thought this was an
mainstream media was
no, not mainstream, but I saw the video before it hit media. Really,
I saw the video on the news and I was like,
I just couldn't. I could not. I was just finding it so difficult. It's just like how ruthless can you be? It's you may as well have shot him. Really, like you're on his net 8 minutes and 49 seconds. That's a long time to be both. It's one. Is it one or both knees? That's ridiculous.
I think from my image, from what I can remember, it's the whole man's body weight because he's got one knee on the poor fella's face.
Yeah.
And his whole body is leaning into it. You've got one guy who's standing there to control whatever's going on. You've got another guy who's behind him. I can't remember, but then another guy's also pinning him down in the back as well.
Yeah. And then there's an officer who's in front of everyone, like trying to like get the people who are recording or just reacting to it to like stop, and like Lord knows what they would have done. I don't know, man. It's like get off him. He's not like going crazy, is he? Like he seemed relatively fine to me. And then, to be honest with you, you'd think after George Floyd that you wouldn't see anything like that again. But just stuff kept on happening.
Yeah, it got worse.
It was just a joke,
especially with the presidency behind it as well. It's dark.
Yeah. They really need to assess like the police reform that's going on over there.
See, this is something that I'd say I don't want to say relate to it like as if I'm trying to overshadow the topic, but it's in similarity with Hong Kong, how there's a lot of bad apples of people just getting tear gas for no reason, beaten up in the streets.
It seems savage over there. I've seen some of it.
You see, that's the difference between almost a communism culture and a Western culture, is that we take no prisoners at that point. But I'm fortunate enough to be in the Western world, and the Western world needs changing. And what I really want, this is a deep part of the section, by the way, because I spoke to you about this. I said to you, this is great podcast content because it got really deep and got really interesting at the same time.
Yeah,
it was when everyone were posting black squares on Instagram. I was like, I'm not gonna take part, and I'm not saying I'm not gonna take part because I'm a right-wing Tory or I'm a racist. I'm not. I didn't want to post a black square just to show that I'm actually doing something instead of going out and doing it myself, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like in the Reputation there are some people out there who are doing it just to show.
100%. Look, I can recall people who posted black squares who have been personally racist to me. But it's
disgusting.
I don't know. Lord, maybe they've changed. I I hope so. I don't want anyone to go through what I've gone through as a person. Yeah, I can't hold on to a grudge for so long. You got to move on.
I don't know if it's just me, but it's just difficult to move on, if you get me.
Really?
Yeah.
Also, like with the social media route of like trying to cause change. I mean, it's I guess the best way to get people's attention and just get it to the masses. But it's like how long have we been doing this? Trayvon Martin was shot 2014. Basically, one of the first police brutality acts against the black man since that was actually recorded on camera. So it was one of the first that was recorded on camera.
So that shot up into the mainstream.
Yeah, it got a lot of mainstream attention, and that was 2014. So it's like, all right, still nothing's changed.
Fucking hell, 7 years.
Yeah, going on 7 years now. So it's like we can do this again and again, and seen people say, if you keep silent, you're adding to the problem, blah blah blah. But
yeah.
I'm a guy. I'm action. I don't like to. I talk a lot. I do. But unless serious matters, when it comes to business, look, we joke about football. Football is for our entertainment. Let's be honest. But when it comes to stuff like this, it's not a joke. So. Yeah, we've just got to practice it,
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, I'm not sure. Am I allowed to say this? I don't know if I'm allowed.
What?
You told me about you and your friend, Abe, you're checking, who you actually kept tabs on, who posted and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you can tell them, go for it. I liked all of the people who I thought were being genuine. I liked ingenuine, who I thought weren't really about it. I mean, who am I to judge one's character? But screw it. I liked all their pictures. Just to let them know I was watching.
Yeah. Because if it was me, I would have done the same. Obviously, I'm not black, but I am an ethnic minority.
Yeah.
And obviously, I don't get harsh as you, as you guys, sorry. But if my social media presence was stronger, I would have done the same. I would have liked the black squares to keep tabs on people.
Yeah, just let them know I'm watching.
Let them know that you're listening. You're there.
Yeah, I'm very much aware of what's going, what you guys are doing.
And even because I said this to my two friends who are Asian, who are from the Philippines, and I said this to them, but I think when I said it to them, it sort of went in one ear and what came out the other. I said to them, you know what, it would be really interesting to see the people who were actually racist to us back in the day and see if they posted the black square. Because in terms of a character, it's borderline hypocrisy, but you don't know if they've changed or if they're genuine or not.
Yeah.
So the idea when you mentioned that to me when we were, having a chat the other day, that sort of brought that up. And I was really intrigued as well.
I mean, also there were people in this country, trying to make a case that we had nothing to do with it. Why are there marches and rallies going on?
People actually said that?
In this country? Yes, definitely people said that. Because it was something that happened in America. People are like, oh yeah, that's their issue. We don't have to worry about that here. But that's the problem. People are so...
Wow.
And they just see what's on the surface. It's a bit deeper than just
how can you turn
police
a blind
brutality
eye to that? What?
And that's the thing. It was a real movement and it's still going on. And this isn't, there shouldn't just be like a spell. It should stay with people.
100%. It will. I feel like the fact that sports as well, like not just football in general, like all sports, when you range it from American football to basketball to Formula One to probably it's the UFC, they're pitting that image.
Yeah. And I think to an extent it was
Sorry,
it was good. It was good. Yeah, I feel as if there's got to be a shift now somewhere where we're living. Well, some people, we're living in the past. We unfortunately, and other ethnic minorities are being left behind as per usual. But just got to live on. I was always told never to use it as an excuse, Andrew. So